All right, Kinsman, kicking off another week.
Yes. Another week. Monday night, Studio 67.
Yes, but I should say this.
What's that?
I made you work harder this week because we had a Sunday show.
We had a Sunday show, and Seizure and Brain Injury Center, Epilepsy Awareness Day.
That's right.
Yesterday.
Love them.
Thanks to everybody who wore their purple. Yesterday was Purple Shirt Day. Nice to see all the purple posts out there, and
beautiful
we just
people.
love the Seizure and Brain Injury
they're all
Center
just beautiful people and tremendous storytellers, and we appreciate them all because these are very personal stories that they were telling.
Yeah.
And we got, we really love working with the Seizure and Brain Injury Center.
And sure did, and their friends just down the street. They've got their new office a couple blocks from here.
There we go. All right, it's
Excellent.
time for you to introduce our amazing guest.
Yes.
I don't know if and most people know who.
Well,
it is,
everybody
though,
knows
right?
who this guy is. David
been a
Laneville
while.
is here, and of course the Timmins Ringette Association getting set for their big tournament here, the 2023 Northeast Regional Championships.
That's right.
Coming to Timmins this weekend, and Dave, I don't think you can chisel the smile off your face for this weekend
No,
coming
you
up.
can't. We have 45 teams coming to Timmins. Well, actually, it's a bit of a lie. We have 45 teams participating in the tournament. We have 35 teams coming to Timmins from Thunder Bay, West Ferris, Sault Ste. Marie, Sudbury, Walden, all over the Northeast
All over
Ontario.
all over the
Plus,
place.
obviously, Thunder Bay is not quite Northeast. A little directionally challenge those folks. But, I mean, they're sending 4 teams down here. You know, so it's
It's
incredible.
going to be packed.
Yeah, well, first some Thunder Bay love, which is my hometown.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
There you go.
And we do get we do get confused geographically, so it's
Well,
a
you
fair
think
assumption.
you're east because Winnipeg to you guys is, you know, so you're east,
Yeah.
but that's not quite
Isn't
correct.
it the
You guys are
same
northwest.
scenario, just with isn't Porcupine and South Porcupine isn't technically
Not
South
quite south of,
Porcupine?
yeah, that's right, that's
No.
right.
East
Again,
Porcupine.
geography,
Yeah.
geographically challenged.
You
There you
stumbled
go.
on the
That's,
same word. I
that's
mean,
too much
but
adulting for my
this
thing.
this is really
Yeah.
exciting. You know, all these teams come into our community, plus a lot of local representation.
Yep.
Let's talk. I want to talk about before we get into the real fun stuff like the action and these amazing athletes. This is a huge economic boost to our community.
Well, it is. You know, I don't know what the formula is for trying to figure out economic impact, but with 35 teams coming in from out of town, call it 15 or so players per team. Add coaches. You're looking at 750 people there. By that, never mind the parents and the grandparents and the cousins and the aunts and the uncles. We got a lot of folks coming
lot of
into
people
town
coming.
to participate in this tournament, and I mean they've all been here before. They know what to expect in April. Can be anything from a blizzard to Bermuda shorts, but we play in Ringette. I can
Packed for
tell
all
you
seasons.
Yeah.
You might go through all of them in one
this
day.
weekend. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
But here they are. They're staying in our hotels. They're shopping at our stores.
Eating at
they're
our restaurants.
You
Yeah.
took the words out of my mouth.
I
Vincent.
took them out of your mouth.
And that's the amazing, like the economic benefit that these tournaments have is huge.
It is. Sport tourism, I believe, is still one of the pillars of the city's master plan for culture, recreation, and tourism, and it is big. And whatever our organization or any other organization in town can do to bolster that plan, do it, because it's well worth it.
Sure is.
You had mentioned before we went live that we've hosted multiple tournaments, and
Yes.
and this tournament on different occasions.
Yes.
I'm going to assume it's because Timmins does it right, and it's one of the Ringette hubs. It must be.
It is. I'm a little hesitant to blow our own horn,
blow
but
it, Dave.
toot your
but
own
you
horn.
know
Come
what?
on.
The simple fact of the matter is we've been doing this for a long time. We've been doing it well for a long time. We've hosted 40, 50, 60 team tournaments since I've been involved with Ringette, which is a couple of years. And we've done it year after year after year, and teams keep coming back and keep coming back. So we're doing something right. And this particular tournament is Northeast Region Championships. We call them the regionals. And our Northeast Region consists of Sault Ste. Marie, Sudbury, North Bay, and Timmins.
Okay.
It's kind of the geographic territory of our region. And so within that region, there's a whole bunch of smaller, single city municipal or single city associations: Walden, Sudbury, West Ferris, Sault Ste. Marie, Timmins, Iroquois Falls. So those folks know each other well. And it has seemed that whenever the regionals have been in a little bit of jeopardy or whatever, they come to us and ask us to host.
Right.
And we do it,
This is what you're doing.
and we get it back in line, and away we go.
You're rolling out the red
And
carpet for all these teams
red
and families, players.
We
coming
are.
in.
Are you gonna be dressed all in red on
I'm
the
gonna
red
be wearing
carpet?
red
You're
on
gonna be
the
like,
red carpet.
Where's Waldo? Where's
Right.
Kinsman? We won't be able to find you. You
exactly.
look good, pal. But here's what this is my first time that I got invited to the regionals, Kinsman.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for that. But my assumption is this, and it's based off what I seen at the curling championships, and the feedback was consistent. How hospitable, is that the right word?
Hospitable.
The Timmins community is, especially to the visiting families.
Absolutely.
And we heard that over and over. And I got to think the fact that when people say you do it well, that's a big factor that they're commenting.
It is, and it's not just the Timmins Ringette Association that does it well.
Yeah.
This municipality does it
Yeah.
well. It's that simple.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Can't
so,
beat it with a stick.
yeah, in a day and age where we can get down about a lot of things in our community, I'm going to say one thing here, Kinsman.
What's that?
This community knows how to host events.
Yeah, we
And,
sure do.
Because
We saw it with the curling championship.
Well, right. And it's not easy to host an event. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but there's a lot of time that goes into it, and there's a cost, and there's a big committee. So I assume you're working with an army of volunteers that help put this together.
There is a small army of volunteers. I mean, there's obviously the half dozen or so generals, but there's definitely an army of volunteers, and you said it. I mean, it is everything to welcoming the teams, making sure they got what they need, and if something went south in their transportation and they lost gear, or rustling up gear for them.
Yeah.
I mean, we've run into that before, where a team has lost their goalie pads. Okay, so we'll find a pair of goalie pads for them. Stuff like that. Problems with their accommodations. We reserve blocks of rooms at I think 3 or 4 of the hotels locally, and we'll make sure that they get treated well and treated right. And if there's any kind of an issue, we advocate on behalf of our participants. And that brings people back.
It does. Yeah, it does. It carries a lot of weight the way you treat people. So let's talk a little bit about the dynamic of the tournament. So we're starting Friday morning?
We are. I think the first game, I believe, is at 8 o'clock on Friday morning.
Okay.
And we have, we have players literally from 5 years old to probably in their 40s. So we have, we have the Fun 2 division, which is Fundamental 2. That's what would generally used to be known as the U8 division, so 6 and 7 year old players. And then there's the U10 division, or Fun 3. We have 2 different U12 divisions. One is U12A, which is are the competitive teams that play at provincials and that kind of thing, and then the U12B, which is the house league. This is primarily a house league tournament.
Okay.
All of the associations in Northeastern Ontario are primarily house league. Our focus is house league. The competitive teams that are playing A or AA are strictly a byproduct of the house league. And so for this tournament, because of the way the rules are, you can't have A players playing on house league teams in a house league tournament.
Right. So
with some of our divisions and our registration relatively low in some of those divisions, you have the competitive team, and you have 4 or 5 players that aren't on the competitive team, but you can't make a team for that age group with 4 or 5 players. So one of the generals that we have, our registrar, and our kudos go out to Steph. She did a tremendous job. She went looking for and found a home for all of those players who weren't able to play for a Timmins team. They're still playing in the regionals, but they're playing on one of the other teams.
Right.
Well, that's a pretty
Because,
cool.
it is. Because that other association, they wouldn't have been able to send a team either, because their players were.
So it benefits everybody.
It does. And it makes sure that every single player that wants to play in this tournament can and is.
I love that you mentioned that, because I coached hockey for 8 or 9 years, and tremendous memories, especially like the kids, like they sort of like grew, they followed us.
Yeah.
It was house league hockey. And I find in some instances in minor sports in general, we forget that this game is for the kids.
It's
It's also
fun.
for the adults later
for
on.
fun.
But it's for the kids. It's for fun and creates memories.
Just better their
And
fundamentals
It
of
can
playing.
become too political.
is.
It can become too territorial at times.
Yeah.
And it can become about the parents fueling things the wrong way. And I love the fact that you said there's kids that wanted to play. These kids probably for this tournament don't care what team they're playing on.
they
They're
just
going
want
to
to
meet new
play.
friends and they're going out.
That's
That
right.
100% is the right mentality.
So, like, case in point, I think it was our U12 division. I think there were 5. And so Steph found them a home on the Sault Ste. Marie team. So what did they do? Well, let's have some training sessions, a couple of practices, and a couple of exhibition games in Walden. So the Sault Ste. Marie comes over to Walden. Our girls go down to Walden. Now they have another home. They have another bunch of friends, not from Timmins.
Yeah.
They're part of the region.
Right.
And these kids, they love the game. I love the game.
Yeah.
And so the ability for them to play, that's all it's all about. This is a house league tournament. Play, have fun, enjoy yourself.
So are we? Well, because we're going to be
we're going to be
doing
down
some
there doing
social
some
media.
social media
Yeah,
from not just one
So,
arena, but all 3 arenas.
This is
Yeah,
why
we
I'm
got 3
saying
arenas
we.
going.
I'm acting like we're part of the whole planning. But
That's it. No,
we're definitely very proud to be invited guests. So when I
That's
say
awesome.
we, are we utilizing all the arenas in the community? What's the?
We're running 3 arenas. We're running the Whitney, the McIntyre, and the Sportsplex is our headquarters arena.
Okay.
And I never really look too closely at the schedule, but we're running them all, I think, pretty much full time.
Okay.
I mean, you can appreciate with 45 teams,
Yeah.
they're guaranteed 4 games
Yeah.
as part of the
It's
guarantee.
a lot of ice.
That's
of
a
ice
lot
time.
of ice
You
being
figure
used.
the average game is what, about an hour?
It's an
or
hour.
So?
Yeah, it's an hour session. It's two 20-minute stop time periods, and the floods and
It's going to be loud too. And
using a lot of ice.
And I just wanted to say this: when the Timmins Rock played, it was the Iroquois Falls Igloo.
That's right.
They had a spirit challenge for that night, part of the Winter Carnival. And guess which crowd section won the Ringette
It was
section?
the Iroquois Falls Ringette Association.
Yes,
They were there.
Yeah, they won.
Oh yeah, thick as thieves.
So of course the public, we're encouraging them to come out
Yes.
and check out these amazing athletes. Can you run me through the age gap again? You said young to what age?
I mean,
under eights.
It's an open division, 18 plus.
Oh wow.
Locally, in our association, our 18 plus, the plusest is probably in her mid 60s.
That's cool.
Okay, and
Wow.
so we have players that, like, they just love the game, and
Yeah.
they are in age groups from the Fund 2 division is, they're 6 years old up to 60 years old.
Holy smokes!
And they're all going to be
wide
here.
competition, wide variety of skills, obviously ages.
Yeah. And our, again, I'll blow our own horn again.
Yeah.
Historically, when our Timmins teams have gone to house league tournaments in the region, we're coming home with the hardware, So I put the challenge out there to the other teams coming into our home, try and take it from us.
Well,
Go
try and
ahead.
take it,
I
yeah.
dare you.
Well, here's the thing. Out of the Timmins teams, isn't it? Every age bracket has a Timmins team, except for what, the under 14s?
The U14s don't. Yeah, that U14s don't have a Timmins team, and the U12 house league doesn't have a Timmins team. U12A does, but the house league doesn't. So U12 and U14 Timmins are going to be Timminsless in this tournament, but every other division we're there.
So all the other
And
divisions with a Team Timmins representing now.
No,
you
it's
seeing
not just
who's-
one though.
Well, there's multiple Timmins
Yeah,
teams.
because it's all of our house league teams. So I'm a U10 coach, born and bred. That's where I live. All of our U10 teams are in this tournament as their own team, not the Timmins team. My kids are Cedar Dental. We got Dabrowski's Meats and we got Thunder Air. That's the 3 Timmins U10 teams that are in this tournament.
Okay.
Okay, and so same in the open division, Rehab Plus and I forget who the other one is, are in the team as these Timmins teams.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
So they're the teams that play every week in our house league are in this tournament
In the tournament.
I love
as
that.
There you
that
go.
team.
More
got a
incentive
lot
to
of-
go down and pack the Mac,
Yeah.
the Whitney, and the Sportsplex.
That's right.
So,
Absolutely.
Walk us through a little bit of Ringette 101. So there's two 20-minute periods.
Yes.
Is this normally what happens
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Ringette?
Yeah. They're moving to quarters now. Actually,
Okay.
at the elite level, like at the National Ringette League level and AAA, they're moving to quarters, and I think they're 10-minute quarters
Okay.
or 12-minute quarters. I forget in that
But
vicinity.
they play by quarters.
What's that?
You said they play by
Yeah,
quarters?
because they're going by quarters. And I'm not 100% sure what the rationale behind it is, but it's they're going to quarters instead of halves.
There we
It
go.
helps speed up play. Now,
Could be.
a difference from those who are accustomed to watching hockey. Ringette, you're asked to pass what before each line?
No, not each line. That's really what has attracted me to this game for the last almost 30 years. There is no such thing in Ringette as an end-to-end rush.
You can't go and
So
plow through the whole
this,
team.
the rules of the game dictate team play. You cannot pick up the ring behind your net and skate to the other end and score. Because as soon as you cross the blue line with the ring on the
That's
end of your
offside.
stick, you're done. You have to pass the ring over each blue line.
Each blue line.
So,
okay.
Of the 5 players on your team, on the skaters on your team on the ice, 3 of them will have touched the ring before it gets to the other goal. Minimum.
That's pretty cool.
So
I
that
like
dictates team play. It also dictates positional play. I mean, I can remember years ago when my son, who's a goalie, started playing hockey. And he is absolutely losing his mind in the net because his teammates weren't playing their position.
Yeah.
Because Ringette dictates, again, positional play. You got to be able in position to get across that line, to get the pass, et cetera, et cetera. You can't be a clump of kids following the puck or the ring
A
around.
clump of kids.
A
Did you hear him?
a clump
That's pretty good, Dave.
of
I like
kids.
that.
A clump of kins,
Yeah.
right? And you can't be that in Ringette because you won't get anywhere. You got to pass that ring over the blue line. So again, positional play is a very basic part of the game.
Yeah.
Not quite so much in hockey when they're young. So here's my young son who's a goaltender
Right.
losing his mind in the net because his defensemen weren't in position.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it is a beautiful sport, a skilled sport, and 1,000% correct. It's a team sport.
Absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
I played some hockey with this guy. He
We're
hogs the puck the whole time.
Oh, it was
You would
nuts.
you would never make it.
Well,
in
according
Ringette,
to that one
Kingsman.
guy, I was a goon.
Yeah.
We played the full
And a
beard
goon,
hockey
too.
tournament.
You would never make it in
Body
Ringette with
checked
this
what?
stuff.
It was
No.
at least a bird.
well, and that's Ringette is a non-body contact sport as much as basketball is. The strategy of Ringette, it's basketball on ice. Got half court presses, full court presses, man on man, zone defense, that kind of thing. So it's the basketball mentality plays well in Ringette.
Nice.
And so those skills are transferable, So any basketball coaches out there want to become Ringette coaches? Here's your game. You can
There
get
it
in
is
there and
right
play.
there. I seen a comment earlier on from Angel, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. So there's going to be a lot of action.
Lots of
this
action,
weekend, starting Friday to Sunday. And if you've never checked out Ringette before, go check out Ringette.
It's phenomenal.
You are going to be amazed how great these athletes are and how much fun they're having.
Yeah.
And the parents enthusiastic. This is what I
That
love.
we are.
Yeah,
we
the
are.
parents get right into it.
Ringette is generally known as the fastest sport on ice, and it is. It's fast.
Let's hold that question because I don't know. We'll revisit the tournament in a second, but I know, is there any school programs to introduce kids to Ringette? Yes,
there are,
is.
but not here.
Okay.
Not here
Yeah.
yet.
That we had years ago, tried it, but it never really got much traction with the school administrators.
Okay.
So it kind of fell by the wayside.
Okay.
But I mean, a lot of the physical education teachers kind of introduce it as, in the gym as like gym ringette,
Right.
but not on ice.
But the Ringette Association is holding some events coming up.
Oh yeah, we have
that's big.
coming up in April, right after the regionals are done. We have 2 Come Try Ringette nights on the 4th and 7th.
It's next Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah,
Next Tuesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Of next week. At the MAC.
And it's at the MAC. On the 4th and the 6th. It's 2 hours. The first hour is for the 4 to 9-year-olds, and the second hour is for the 10 to 18-year-olds. Come out and try it.
Again, it's free.
You need a pair of skates. We'll probably have a mess of old sticks there that people can use, because they're not the old cut-off hockey sticks that they were when I started getting involved with Ringette.
They're a bit different now.
They're a technical marvel now. Let me tell you.
Yes.
Technical marvel.
Yeah. So it's at 5 o'clock at night is at the MAC is the 4 to 9-year-olds, and at 6 o'clock at night is the 10 to 18-year-olds.
Yeah, and that information we're currently running in our midday
Yeah,
blast.
it's in the midday blast. Going to be
So-
part
and
of the What's Up feature on Thursday.
That's
so
right.
we'll
It's
chat
on our
about that.
Facebook page and on our website.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
can't beat it
So-
free. When people say,
Yeah.
you know, I can't, it's too expensive to get started. Well, you can't get any better than the word free.
Absolutely, yeah.
So come out and try
Free's a low number. Come out and try it. Give it a shot.
Well, why not?
You know, a lot of people have used Ringette. My wife and I included. That's where our kids learned how to skate. Because
They learn the fundamentals through Ringette.
through Ringette. That's one of the other real basic fundamentals of our game is you learn how to skate well. We've had, again, over the years, hockey coaches have come to us and say, can you guys come and teach our guys how to skate?
Yeah, or to play as a team, or to play positional.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big
so,
time they do. Yeah.
so skating is a huge part of it, and learn to skate is, hey, come and try Ringette, learn how to skate.
I told this story last time you were on our show, and I want to tell it again because when I was coaching hockey, right after us, I believe there was a Ringette practice.
Oh, no, yeah.
So the boys are like, 10, 11-year-old boys, right?
Heckling
They were
the
acting
ladies.
like 10,
Yeah.
11-year-old boys.
Sure.
But I already knew how strong position. Now, these girls were the same age.
Yes.
So we brought them on early for a Ringette scrimmage game, an exhibition game. Those boys never scored a goal.
No.
They
cleaned
a
their
goal.
clocks.
Like, I think it was 7-0, and then in about 10 minutes of play.
Yeah.
They learned a pretty valuable
lesson.
because
That's
they're
it.
all playing, like they're trying to show off, playing individual.
Yeah.
Try to do the Sidney Crosby, the Wayne Gretzky, dingle dangle. Did not work. Shut down every single
won't.
time. Awesome.
It won't. It is awesome. I love it. I love it when it happens.
Yeah.
Not because I want to put down the guys playing hockey, but hockey's not the only game in ice. And our game is very strong. Our game is big. Our game is fantastic. I love it. You can't beat it with a stick.
Yeah, it is a beautiful game. Now, just back to the tournament. Obviously, you have strong community support in terms of sponsors that are making
Oh, we
this
do.
happen.
Our list of sponsors. I got the actual, but our Agnico Eagle, the TEDC, the Economic Development Corporation, MSN Contracting, Newmont Porcupine, NPLH Drilling, OPG, Community Futures Northeast, the Dog Gym, Scotiabank, Climate Fund, Norfab, Home Depot. Like those are just the corporate sponsors.
All the big backers.
Yeah. And it takes, figure out how much ice we're using. It takes
That's a lot of bucks.
Takes a couple of dollars to put on a tournament
right.
like this. And I mean, yes, the teams pay registration fees, but there's a lot more
There's
than
a lot
just
more behind the
registration
scenes
fees.
that no one sees.
Yeah. So without these sponsors, it wouldn't happen. It's just that simple.
Yeah. Another beautiful thing of our community is when we have events, premier events such as what's happening this weekend, there is a lot of businesses that rally around to make it happen.
They are.
Because ice rental time alone is not a
That's
cheap
enough to
thing
kill you
make
right
happen.
there.
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
it's not.
Let alone, putting 40, 45 teams, through their paces for the weekend.
That's right.
It's a lot of ice time. It's a lot of gas for the Zambonis,
Tell me a little. I'm curious again about the plus division. So if anyone is looking to get into Ringette, and maybe they're not, they're 18 plus. When can they start getting involved? Would this be next season now? Because we're
this is literally the last week of our season.
Okay.
My own team, we have, I think, 1 ice time left this year, not including the regionals. But on Sunday, when the regionals are done, so are we.
Okay.
That's it.
Play is done for the season. We have our Bring a Friend nights, and the 18 plus people. They can come out and just go for a skate, see what it's like to have a ring on the end of your stick instead of a puck or whatever.
Right.
Just to check it out. When registration does fire up for our next season, which play usually starts in early October, late September, early October, that somebody who has never played Ringette before that is 22 years old, by all means, register, because our association, one of the rules in our association, if you want to play competitive on the A teams, you must play on a house league team.
Oh, okay.
So
Experience there.
the experience and the skill level of those A players on the team with somebody who's never played before, guess who's going to learn quicker, right? So that person who's never played before or who needs to improve their skill level, they got the person sitting beside them on the bench is an A-team player.
Right.
They got support right there.
And plus, Ringette, one of the fundamentals is teamwork and passing. The A-level players naturally not going to be just skating around everyone and keeping the
You got a shot clock to worry about.
puck. Am I saying that it's not called puck? It's called
It's a ring.
a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So
testing
no,
you, Kinsman.
no puck.
So the A player, based on how the sport's formulated, will be involved with the person who's just a novice, just based on how Ringette's played.
Absolutely.
Super cool.
Because the A player will either be getting a pass from the novice or will be passing to the novice player. One of the two.
Wow.
And like I said, there's a shot clock involved too. So when you get when you get to the U12 division and up, there's a shot clock, 30-second shot clock. So you got 30 seconds to get over 2 blue lines to the other zone and get a shot on net. So it's like basketball.
Like
in that
basketball,
sense.
which does speed up the game a
It
lot. Again,
does.
the fastest game on ice.
It is the fastest game on ice. Watch us go.
I can't
wait.
wait.
No, it's going to be fun.
I did see Tom and I think that's Tom.
That's Tom and Karen Luke there.
Well, it's Tom. I think it's Tom. Well, I don't know who's commenting, but
I think it's Tom.
They are talking about. I'm right behind you, Tom. I mean, this is a little bit off topic what we're talking about tonight, but I'm always been a big advocate for a sports complex here, like an all-in-one with different rink pads. I believe that's the future of community, but there's multiple debates online about that. But I always thought that'd be perfect. But we're so fortunate enough because we do have some good facilities here. I would like to see the upgrade when we're utilizing 3 of them.
We're utilizing what we have.
This coming.
No, we are. We are. And I mean, I'd love to see an upgrade too. I'd love to have a magic basket of money to put something like that in place. But I think one of the things that the community has to realize is that if we do put something like that in place, and this is just me talking here, if we do put something like that in place, a multi-pad, some of these other ones have to close.
Yeah.
It's to me, it's really quite simple because you have to utilize the ice that you have. And if you're not utilizing the ice that you have, it's pretty hard to justify new ice.
Yeah, you're going to have to say goodbye to some history.
So sure you are. But there's ways around getting rid of it. Repurpose it, utilize it in a different fashion. Still utilize it as ice and keep the facade of the history and put everything behind it new. All different kinds of ways to do it. But hey, it's a constant. It's above my pay grade.
Yeah, it's a constant debate.
Well, do we need the new?
Where
the
are you,
old?
Kinsman?
Let's use the old.
Dave gave his opinion.
New.
I gave you.
Well, here's the thing. No,
he plays teeter-totter.
I'm, as
Where
they say,
are
the
you?
devil's advocate. But I'm going to go back to where I grew up, born and raised in Ajax, and this happened was the Ajax Community Center that they had for the longest time. Now, if you go back to Ajax, it's not 50,000 people anymore. It's like 300,000 people. They opened up
Big
a multiple pad at the Ajax Arena, and they also opened up a three-pad complex, the Iroquois Arena in Oshawa.
Yeah.
And again, those made a big difference, and you still see.
So,
those
are you telling me in shocking news the Ontario government gave all the money to Southern Ontario? In shocking news?
Shocking news.
Absolutely
But
shocking. Just a minute, is Ajax south of Highway 7? Yeah, it is. That's right.
Are
Steve.
you
South
bragging
of
here,
Highway 7.
Kinsman,
Do they
with
still
your
have
multi-pad?
cornfields north of Highway 7? See, when I last lived there, there was cornfields. Now I think there's casinos, horse tracks, everything else there.
Pretty much.
They got it
but
all.
Ajax, Oshawa, big ringette towns.
Yep.
Also,
And they utilize those multi-pad.
They do.
complexes.
And our girls in the competitive, we play down there every year. We go to Ajax, we go to Whitby, we play down there all the time. And we go down there, we come home with the hardware.
You go
They
down
come back with the
hardware.
So
That's right.
we don't even really have to ask Dave about his prediction for this weekend.
He thinks Timmins is going to
I'm
take
with
a
him.
lot of the hardware.
I'm with him, Kinsman. You with
Hey.
I'm thinking Timmins is going to take home a lot of the gold.
You know what? They're going to take home all of the gold. Every team's going to take home all of the gold because it's an absolute blast. It's just so much fun.
I can't
This
wait.
tournament is so much fun.
I can't wait. I can't wait to experience
It's going to be
it.
fun.
And,
My boys have never
big-
been introduced to the Ringette side, so it'll be kind of neat to, they're now cheering for the Rock. This is their first season cheering for the Rock full time. Nice to see that there's, the ladies can take to the ice. So my boys will definitely enjoy
good.
walking around, one of the three arenas.
And it's not only ladies.
Yeah, Kinsman.
Well, I mean, my son grew up playing ringette.
Ringette.
There are
So
several.
that's
you
the
know,
misconception
I think I
right
want to
there.
go out and try and play
and
Ringette.
in fact, in some of the cities, there are co-ed leagues.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have them going. Calgary for sure. Calgary's a absolute hotbed for ringette. I believe there's some co-ed going down in the Cambridge area.
Okay.
In Ontario, like Cambridge, KW, Cambridge, all through there it's big. Ringette's big.
It's a big
It is.
sport.
It's around.
It is a big deal. And if you want to find out how big of a deal it is,
TimminsRingette.com.
come
Go to the
check-
website
well,
or
check
go
out
to the
these
rinks
awesome-
this weekend.
Yeah, check
Yes.
out these awesome athletes this weekend. You're going to have a good time. 3 arenas, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Can you stay
You
up to
can't
11
miss
p.m.,
it.
Kinsman?
I don't know.
You're-
We'll have to see.
You're an 8 p.m.er like me sleeping, but we're going to stay up this weekend.
As much as possible.
Yeah, as much as possible. Anything else that we missed?
Well, no, not for the tournament. We also, if you're again interested in bettering your ringette skills, we have a
the school
summer ringette camp that's going to be running August 14th to 18th. We think it's at the MAC, but it just depends where the city puts in the summer ice.
Okay.
But it'll be, and it's being run by Nadia Dajne, who's has been a Timmins Ringette player for a long time. Her sisters have played in the National Ringette League. Her other sisters is currently playing for Western University Mustangs, who just won the Ringette Championship for universities. And we got lots of our girls that played in this tournament that are playing in the National Ringette League, playing for universities. There is life after Ringette life after Timmins Ringette.
Nice.
There's more to be had. So,
Well, it's nice to see that
it's really
they're
good.
they're giving back and teaching
are.
future Ringette stars. And again, the school registration now opens soon. How soon is soon? Is it
Registration for the
August
summer one
summer
is
camp,
going to open right after I get back from Punta Cana.
Yeah, he's going to Punta Cana
He's
there.
going to go to
Kinsman.
Punta Cana, and then he'll be
No,
back
it's-
again. TimmonsRingette.com.
it's gonna
You can
open, I
find all
would
the
say,
details there.
Late April, we'll be opening registration. One of the things we want to nail down is where it's going to be,
Okay.
and we're supposed to find that out relatively quickly. So.
right.
Dave wasn't going to go to Punta Cana, but then he saw me in Cuba having such a good time, and he booked
He's
his
going
trip.
down. He saw Bruce the Pelican. He wants to go down there and give the fist pump.
He saw the Pelican. Okay, so a lot of
right.
amazing things. Now, what we're going to do is Dave's not going yet. We're going to thank our sponsors.
And we're going to come back and chat what else is going on.
Well, we're going to chat locals. We got a bunch of volunteers to thank because it's Volunteer Appreciation Week.
Yes, we do.
And that's the bloodline of many of our organizations, including, the Ringette Association.
Without the hardworking volunteers, as they say, no I in team, but there's a heck of a lot of volunteers on those teams.
There we go. So let's thank our sponsors, and we'll be right back in a few minutes.
All right.
Drop into the new Fusion Grill. Taste the best this week. 56 2nd Avenue, Timmins, the newest Lebanese cuisine in the north. Check them out, and you can also drop in for a blueberry smoothie, chocolate milkshake, a strawberry milkshake, or a mojito. How about DAP Cleaning Solutions, residential commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed. Drop in and chat with Andrew N. and book now for your carpet cleaning, strip, and wax jobs for your commercial unit today. Let's get that spring cleaning underway. Call for a free quote, DAP Cleaning Solutions, 705-465-3500. And the 2023 Northeast Regional Ringette Championships coming to Timmins this weekend. We're going to be following the coverage, and you can follow all our coverage and their coverage online at TimminsRingette.com. And WritingCommunity.ca, your writing at its best. Jess Trudell, founder of WritingCommunity.ca, has experience with everything from full-length fiction manuscripts to business writing. Contact Jess Trudell today, 705-262-3268, or email her info@writingcommunity.ca. And get started at Planet Fitness for only $39 down and only $15 a month. And the best part is you can cancel at any time. Drop in and see them at Planet Fitness today up at Timmins Square, or call 705-242-7360. In fact, download the free Planet Fitness app and join today. And Creative Boutique and Supplies getting you ready for Easter. Get ready for Easter with new Easter clips at Creative Boutique and Supplies. You can follow Mona Goche and her collection on Facebook. And Optimus Prime against bullying. The next Dare Timmins free event is coming up April the 12th, 6 o'clock at the Timmins Public Library with Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime against bullying. Get all the details on the Dare Timmins Facebook page. And the Cooperators Timmins. Drop in and check out Sebastian Vermette and his team today, 239 Wilson Avenue, Timmins, or call 705-264-4395. Maybe an RRSP, mutual fund, a TFSA, or you want to get the better now than later plan. How about a free estimate at V&M Renovations? A kitchen, bathroom, bedroom reno. Contact Max and Justin today, 705-372-3832. Maybe you need some mini excavating done. Max and Justin are standing by to take your call. And the BIA, the Business Improvement Association. You can follow all the events that are happening in your downtown online at downtowntimmins.com, or drop in and see them at their new location, 85 Pine Street, South Timmins, Suite 108, or call 705-264-8733. And Midtown Bowl, epic new arcades. Drop in and maybe book a birthday party. Check out their glow-in-the-dark Rockin' Bowl. Maybe join a league bowling for ages 3 to 93. Contact Nat today, 705-267-3500 to book an alley. And Jackpot City Gaming, open 9 a.m. to 2, Monday through Sunday. Sign up for some bingo, Vegas-style games, and they're now fully licensed for you at 251 First Avenue. And Core Business Solutions, your Apple authorized service provider in the north, 264 3rd Avenue, Suite 201, Timmins. Call today, 705-531-3355. And have Albert Seal your deal. Check out Albert's latest listings online at albertseal.com. You can also call Albert and book an appointment, 705-465-3493, to have Albert Seal your deal. And Imagine Cinemas opening up with John Wick last week. If you haven't seen it yet, get your tickets and showtimes online at imaginecinemas.com. And opening up this Friday, Dungeons and Dragons. And Qatar Eska and Vincent C. Big shows coming up this week with Lerone Timmins. Get all your ticket information online at leronetimmins.ca.
I added that news ring bell to the end of your
Yes,
sponsor.
yes. You
You
know what?
feel like old school. Are you Walter
I'm not in.
Cronkite?
I'm not in school. No, it seems like
Hey,
it reminds me of being in Union Station in Toronto, waiting for the TDC to come in.
Edward R. Murray.
You haven't heard his warm up during the morning when he comes in, because he's got the booming voice. Obviously,
exactly.
He's always like, good morning, Timmins, Ontario.
Oh, come on.
The weather is coming in.
That's
and
right.
minus
My
six."
voice is
Really like this after the show. Let me just tone it down for the show here.
So I had to give you the Walter Cronkite news bell.
the news bell make
To
me
help
feel
with his ego.
newsy.
That's right.
Okay, Kinsman and Dave. So this is Volunteer Appreciation
is.
Week on our show.
We're just talking about
phenomenal.
how vital
Yes.
volunteers are to any organization, including our volunteers. Well, we have a paid volunteer, but Mr. Ronnie,
so he's not a
working the board.
volunteer.
Well, he's not a
He's an
volunteer.
employee.
Well, at one point he was a volunteer.
But yes, he was,
was.
and then he demanded. But
He demanded money.
that being said, I know the answer to this, so I'm going to throw
There
you
you
a
go.
lob bubble. How important are volunteers to your organization?
Volunteers to our organization are vital. There's
Yeah.
it does not work without.
Like the program,
It doesn't
people handle
matter.
the program,
Everything.
your
Name it.
ticket stubs to selling the popcorn.
Whether it's weekly, house league ringette or a tournament. Without volunteers, it does not happen.
There's going to be there people tying the skates this weekend. You can almost bet all the tea in China, as they
Yeah.
say. There's, there's always someone there helping out.
The dad that's tying the skates, as soon as the skates are tied, is selling flinger ring tickets or something. They're
Exactly.
everybody pitches.
Yeah,
It. Go,
and
go,
so
go.
that's why we have the fortunate opportunity to have these leagues in our community and these organizations, thanks to the volunteers. So, Kinsman, we've partnered with the cooperators.
Yes, the cooperators,
Sebastian
Timmins,
Vermette,
Sebastian
by the way.
Vermette, an amazing
Always-
gentleman here in the city.
So what we're doing is we asked people a few weeks ago to nominate some volunteers for recognition on our show. And every show throughout this week, all
gonna
5
showcase
shows,
them all.
we're going to showcase the nominations we get. So
And you can still add to them,
You
by
can
the way.
add to
People
them.
were asking us today, yes, go to the post and just
Yeah.
submit
Or send
who
us
the
a
volunteers
message.
in, and we'll add
Or-
it to this week's
or
reels.
stop Kinsman at Tim Hortons and tell him about a volunteer. We'll get him in there.
We'll get it in.
So we got a little segment on each show. This is our Monday segment, and check out these amazing volunteers.
Here we go.
So
we
there
have
it
it.
is. Just
Amazing
a small
volunteers.
pocket. We have a ton of nominations.
And
And
you're
then
going to
at
see
the,
more tomorrow and all week long.
at the end of the week, Kinsman, we're going to take all the names and we're going to be doing some draws.
Yes, we will. So
That's right.
all the amazing volunteers, again, you can still send those volunteers in. We'll win some amazing prizes at the end of the week.
So bless you all. Now, Dave was mentioning to me, was it a grandchild that was in the comment section, or?
I thought I saw something about the grandkids in there somewhere. Yeah,
Do we have a name?
Ariana and
Ronnie,
Ariana, let's go up and find an Ariana.
we love shout outs to
Axton and Ariana.
Axton and Ariana. Well,
Okay,
Ronnie will dig through the comments because
There
I
you go.
love shout outs to family members. Must be somewhere in
There's
there.
Janica Pope still watching from Spain.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all right, eh?
lucky her, right?
Yeah.
Maybe scroll while Ronnie does that. But yeah, back to the volunteers. Thank you so much, and submit your nominations.
Yeah, that's right. And a chance to win.
Well, a chance to win. Yes, that's right. We're going to be drawing off some shirts, and Angel says so. Back to Ringette.
Yes.
Come try it out. You won't regret it.
Not
I
a
have a
bit.
goalie, a defense, and a forward.
Yeah.
Go.
That's right.
Tornadoes go.
That's right. Give it a shot.
yeah.
And there's an opportunity to come out and try it for free, because if you have kids like mine growing up, they could not make up their mind what they wanted.
It's tough to decide
be.
what to play
Yeah, that's right.
without signing up and saying, okay, I just wasted a whole pile of money. Now you're going to go and try it out for free. And again, next Tuesday and next Thursday, no better days to try it out.
That's right.
It's tough to take. I'll tell you. It's a great feeling when you get out there on the ice and you with a bunch of friends, new friends, old friends, you make friends. That's how it's done.
Yeah, that's right. 1,000%.
yeah.
I always found like athletics was the way I met most of my friends
Sure,
growing up.
sure.
It was hockey for me. It was the house league, the select teams, the traveling teams. That's where you get a lot of strong bonds still to this day. They,
Absolutely.
still friends with
And
them.
now, Dave, I only
absolutely.
have one friend. This guy. Can you believe it? This is what I'm stuck
I'm
with.
the only one who can put up with them.
That's
Well,
right.
aside from Terry.
So you've downgraded.
I downgraded. See that kid? That's a zinger, kid.
Yeah, he's throwing me under the bus now. There we go.
All right, so maybe one last reminder to the folks when the tournament starts.
It starts this Friday, runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday will be the championship games in all the divisions. We're starting at 7 o'clock in the morning
11 at
and
night.
running through till 11 o'clock at night on at least Friday and Saturday. Sunday, the games should wind up mid-afternoon, late afternoon. But it's a full weekend. And if you need your fix of arena food, this is the last weekend to
the
get
weekend
it.
to do
because-
it.
Oh yeah, the beautiful arena
Yes.
food. Yes, sir.
Go-
You can't beat, I know Joanne, they cater, the MAC, but the Sportsplex.
Yeah, and if you get out to the Whitney Arena, best poutine in town at a rink.
The best poutine.
Yeah, they are good.
There you go.
That's right. That, you know where the Whitney is, Kinsman?
I
down,
do.
down my line.
It's down in
That's right.
Klomp's neck of the woods.
I can almost
Absolutely.
see it from my house.
It's
And
North Porcupine.
North Porcupine. I love that. There's some love from the family.
There we
right
are.
There. That's right.
That's them.
There we go.
I
I
having
love
fun watching Papa live.
I
There
love
we go.
There
posting
you go.
the family comments. Well, that wraps it up.
Well, thank you very
You
much,
can
Thanks so
come-
guys.
much,
come
Dave,
back
for
anytime,
coming in.
Dave.
Yes, you're an open door here
well,
for you.
And enjoy the
I
sun.
love it. I
Enjoy
will.
the sun.
I will.
I don't
Thank
know.
you.
You know me. It's I don't mind having a margarita in my hand at any time, but I don't mind sleeping on the beach all day either. So.
Just put that sunscreen on if you're going to go to sleep on the
Oh,
beach.
yeah,
Whoa.
especially with my head. Trust me,
Yeah,
I got to
exactly.
extra coat that
yeah.
that shiny dome. Tomorrow night, big show, Kinsman.
Yes, we do.
Laura Vandervoort is on the show.
Coming to Timmins Con. We're going to be chatting with her.
Yeah.
And if you, watch, she was part of Smallville.
Smallville, yes.
Big
She's done
star,
many things.
star Smallville, and the Jill, I like to say the Jill of all trades, master of all of them.
yeah.
And again, she's going to be here in Timmins, April 15th and 16th.
That's right. And she'll be on the
Another
show
big
tomorrow
weekend
night. She
coming up.
played Supergirl in Smallville. She's done a million other things. She's completely amazing. And I'll be asking the questions tomorrow night, Kinsman.
You're going to be, he's going to be drooling tomorrow night.
Knock it off. Hey, be
big fan of her.
professional.
Oh, okay.
Be professional. Drilling over her career resume.
There you go.
Look at this guy.
That's
He gets on the line, right? All right. Well, thank you so much.
Sometimes you can't help it.
Right,
Yeah,
that's it.
I can. See what I got to work with there? All right. Have a
Have
good
a
night.
good night. We'll
Thanks
see
a lot,
you
gang.
tomorrow night, 7 o'clock.
See you this weekend. Go Tornadoes!